What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol AGNC for agency investments. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, these guys did just pay out a dividend on today's session, giving the stock price a little bit of movement to the downside. Generally speaking, when people hop in for the dividend, that pays out of literally the stock price itself. So that's sort of accounting for the down move today. But overall, over the past, week and a half or so, dramatically higher off of that hammer candle way down here, which is fairly interesting, right? Definitely a 100% retracement of this move lower, but not quite to the recent swing highs in here, closer to, let's go ahead and throw a level on there just so we're aware, at 1592. So to me, there's a little bit more work to be done, but we're well on our way to trying to change the daily trend here. And if we want to watch a clear indication of where the trend actually changes, let's go ahead and grab a resistance trend line, do something like that. That's going to be your advanced heads up, right? So our anchor is here, technically touch one happens there, two-ish, three here, and we're certainly falling a bit short of it on this most recent leg higher. But again, I do think that the dividend kind of complicates things in there. For now, what I would watch out for is, can we get some higher consolidation, some sort of bull flag to form here? And then even if we do get a pullback, can we form a higher low? Likely, I would love to see it happen somewhere in here, honestly. If we just, let's grab the other tool actually and try that with a horizontal area. I would love to see it above 1510, 1508, the general lows from right around in here, right? That would definitely start to shift things on the daily time frame chart, giving us the low, higher low. Now a break of the resistance trend line takes us higher into that 1592, and maybe we change the daily trend to higher, looking for after that, likely a move up into here, 1625 maybe, if my eyeballs are calibrated right. Yeah, would you look at that? Right on the money today. So that's what I'm seeing from the daily perspective, certainly running into a little bit of resistance from this prior gap. Obviously, it filled on the Tuesday session. Let's take a closer look through the lens of the 30-minute intraday time frame chart and see what's going on here. In terms of the pullback today, let's just come in with the Fibonacci's just to get a sense for where we closed. I mean, obviously it's lower, closer to the lower 38.2. Where is our 930 bar? Here it is, the red one, coming on down to the lows. And yeah, we're well underneath the 38.2. But again, in the grand scheme of things, let me just do this as a sort of contrary move to sort of contradict my own fib there. Coming in from the low, all the way on up to this high, still well above this 38.2, right? So a healthy bull flag consolidation can happen in this area. And as we mentioned, it's still well above that 1508 from the daily time frame chart. However, the 30-minute would start to suggest maybe there is some more downside to be had here. If I scrunch this up, I'm just looking for, is there any obvious area to, watch out for? And I'm not really seeing it, to be honest with you. Maybe it's just this horizontal zone literally at today's lows of day. If I do something like this with the horizontal level, what you'll notice is we have a couple of interactions around here, right? So what I'm getting at was this high, this low, and obviously that's the hammer low from today's session. If it breaks, again, maybe a shorter term trader is looking for reversals off of 1524 for a move back higher. But overall, I'm not seeing any obvious short entry point. I quickly want to take a look at the trade tab as well. And yeah, this is always surprising to see. It is easy to borrow, so you can short the shares, and I would probably advise staying away from the options, noting that volume is absolutely pathetic here, and the spread is non-existent, right? On the at the money strike, the in the money strike, fairly spready, right? A 28-cent option with a 6-cent spread doesn't really sound too attractive to me. So I would just short the shares if you were interested in potentially taking the breakdown of 1536 to get into that next level we have here at 1524. But don't forget, right, that we are in the face of a fairly aggressive move higher. I would probably be patient on something like this. Watch for either the consolidation and higher low above 1508, then break for the move here. That would be a great trade. Resistance trendline break up to about 16, let's call it. So roughly a 50-cent trade available here to the upside in agency, if that's how it unfolds. If it really starts falling back down underneath 1508, probably falling off the radar. Don't really, to me, I just think that there are better opportunities. I wouldn't want to short this here and expect a movement lower. I think, again, there are probably better opportunities for a better return on your money, other places in the market using options where those are available. Shorting the shares just doesn't really find, it's not for me at least, the most attractive option out there. So that's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it today or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.